Hey everybody, welcome back to the Talking Motorcycles podcast. My name is Mitch.
And my name is Gleb. You can follow me on social media at Gleb Lapham.
And you can follow the podcast at tdtmotorcycles, or you can email us at tdtmotorcycles@gmail.com. And if you want to follow my Instagram, it's just at Meet to the Beach.
Perfect. Yeah. And so today's kind of a mishmash of topics. Not really.
No, it's a bike review or bike
news.
Yeah, bike news.
Yeah, because our planning was poor this week, so bear with us.
The good news is we've summer's going to be wrapping up here soon.
Yeah,
Things are going to be slowing down, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so too. I went on a ride yesterday with Emerson,
and I went on a ride with him the day before.
That's true. Yeah, we hit some. We did some off-roading, and we took part of a section of the Utah BDR up to Bear Lake yesterday. And we started off in the morning, and it was so nice up in the mountains. Yeah, it was it got down to 68-ish at one point, and just cruising through there, I was like, oh my God, this feels amazing.
That's nice.
I got up to Bear Lake and then went back down through Logan, and good God, it was so hot. It was boiling. I think in Logan it was 95 degrees, and then down in Brigham City it was 100. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, I couldn't go yesterday, but I was thinking about you guys because just down in the valley,
it was scorching hot yesterday.
Brutal yesterday.
Yeah. And we're about to hit some cooler weather next week, so I'm kind of excited for that because I feel like it'll make me want to go ride more because I won't have to deal with just the crazy heat.
Yeah, even when we rode, me and Emerson rode on Friday, it was, again, super hot.
Yeah.
But we got up in the mountains, it feels nice, but then we got rained on in the mountains too.
Oh, did you guys get rained on?
A little bit. It didn't rain on us until we were in Heber.
Oh, okay.
We had to run out and grab our stuff off our bikes. 'Cause it was a very short downpour, but yeah. So nice. It's dying hot weather, but also rain.
I mean, it depends where I'm riding.
Yeah,
the rain might be a blessing because yesterday the reason we went through Logan is because
take the roads back, right?
We took paved roads back because originally we were thinking maybe we can do some off-roading back and stuff, but back towards Monte Cristo there was some dark storm clouds looming, and we're one, we don't want to ride especially dirt in the rain. No, but two, don't particularly want to ride in the rain in general. Everything's more slick. You got to be way more careful. So we decided to go through Logan Canyon, and it turned out to be this just very boring ride through it because we were stuck behind a line of cars almost the entire way.
Sounds like Logan Canyon.
From Bear Lake to Logan, and it was just slow, and we're like, okay, come on. And we get to Logan, it's just scorching hot. Yeah. It's just scorching hot. There was a bunch of cars there too. We're like, oh my God, just get us the hell out of here.
Yeah.
But it was still a fun ride. Definitely feel a big difference on my bike without all the luggage on it, and felt it was moving way quicker than I did in Idaho.
Yeah.
And we did end up airing down my front tire a little bit, and that kind of made a big difference.
Did it help with the silty areas and everything?
The silty areas. Most of the trail, for those of you who are familiar with the Utah area, or if you're from here, we rode up on the Curtis Creek. So it goes from Monte Cristo, and it kind of follows through the mountains up to Highway 89 near Bear Lake. That's what it kind of spits you out. And most of the trail was just nice packed dirt with little kind of rocky patches here and there. But there was one spot where it was just silty with big rocks poking out of the in the sitting in the silt.
Yeah.
And I rode that section earlier this year, but I rode it south to north, or north to south instead of south to north.
Yeah.
And I was expecting it, but it was way worse than it was last time I was there. It was way looser silt. It was eroded away. It was super dry.
Awful.
But part of it is I didn't really expect that, so didn't have enough time to think about it or get anxious about it.
Yeah.
Just dropped it down in first gear, hovered over the clutch with my 2 fingers on my left hand, and then over the rear brake, and then just kind of shimmied my way through there.
Nice.
And it wasn't too bad. It was it was over in a flash.
Oh, easy.
I was just oh, that was it.
Nice.
Okay. That was the section I was nervous about, and I just
went
went through it at I don't know, 7 miles an hour, just trying to wiggle around all the rocks, just kind of letting the bike do its thing. I was it was way easier without big luggage, and it was also downhill, which probably kind of helped a little bit too.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was just like kind of smooth, gravelly, packed roads until all the way up to Bear Lake. So it was a nice little ride. So I'm glad I went and did that.
Yeah, no, that's great.
It was a good little off-road exercise, I felt like.
Yeah. No, that was like when I went with Emerson off-roading, on the day that you couldn't come.
Yeah. We just keep trading off.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like that was a good like experience to get like get stretched out, like for going off-road, like get that exposure for it and everything from there. Plus I had a blast, and I'm excited to get back out and keep trying. And
it's fun, especially when you like feel confident about the terrain that you're on.
Yeah.
And you're not like too worried about like not falling and hurting.
Well, it's terrain that's like I can handle this.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So I still need to figure out how to turn faster.
Yeah.
Off-roading.
I've been getting better, especially when we were in Idaho. Been getting better at like whipping my like rear tire, letting it loose around turns and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
To like let it break traction, to kind of like, because you do notice a difference. Like you really increase the sharpness of your turn by giving it a little throttle, but it's something that I have to like constantly remind myself to do versus it just being like something I do naturally.
Yeah.
When I'm like on a sharper turn, my first instinct is like, oh no, I'm taking the turn too wide. I need to slow down and like really turn the bike, when I could just get a little throttle and let it
see, from what
whip
I've been
around.
Focusing on, and I think what I'm doing wrong is just like, we have to counterbalance. So I'm trying to like lean opposite which way I'm turning, but I'm just like, okay, I'm doing that, like, but the bike's still not turning. So I think I do need to start giving it a little bit more gas. And
like the counterbalancing, I feel like it's something we have to remember, like when you're moving at speed, but when you're slow, you actually also physically have to turn that front wheel so it actually goes where you want it to go. And it's one of those things I'm just like, why isn't it turning? Oh yeah, maybe I should actually turn the damn thing instead of instead of just leaning it when it's like only moving like 5 miles an hour.
No, for sure.
But no, it was a good little exercise. It was some good practice. The hard section was tricky, but got through it. Just kind of wiggled my way through the rocks. Like
you said, it wasn't that long of a section either.
No, it wasn't that long. It was literally over quicker before I.
Oh, really?
Quicker than I thought it would be, because when I rode it earlier this year, it felt like I was going up. It just felt like I was like, oh no, is this rough? Oh, it's a little sketchy. And then like coming back, I'm like, we were past the rough section, and then all of a sudden I see like the fork in the road where I was last time, and I was like, oh, that was it? Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know what else is further down from this section, but it was nowhere near as tricky as what we just went through there. So, it was nice. It was kind of one of those things. Really, I'm like, I feel like I did better because I wasn't thinking ahead about it. It just happened to be an obstacle I needed to get past it, versus like looking on the map and like thinking like, oh, this part looks sketchy or this part looks rough.
I would like to find like a good balance of like looking into like a section or a trail ahead of time. Just to like know that it's something I could handle. Versus like jumping in blind. But then I get into that problem. It's like, I do look it, and
you start to overthink it. And that's when you're like thinking too hard that you actually forget to do stuff versus just like let it naturally happen.
Yep.
So anyways, it was a fun ride. We got some famous Bear Lake raspberry shakes up in Garden City there, and got some food, and then took Logan Canyon back, and then suffered in the heat, which I hope it does not go back up to 90 plus.
I'm like, I like warmer weather. I like warmer climates, but this is too hot.
It's been going on forever. It feels like. So I'm glad it's ending. But anyways, let's jump into our bike news here. So the big one that I wanted to talk about today is also in relation to kind of adventure riding, I guess, is the new KTM 690 Enduro that they announced. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, but if you're an adventure rider, you probably are pretty familiar with it. The KTM 890 is an enduro bike that a lot of people use as basically like a lightweight adventure bike.
The 890?
Or the 690, sorry. So the KTM 690 Enduro. It is like an enduro dual sport bike that a lot of people use as like a lightweight adventure bike. You put some rackless bags on it, maybe get like a little plushier seat or something like that.
Well, you see people, they swap out to those big like gas tanks too.
Like bigger gas tank, or like some even put like a custom rally looking tower, which I think look dope.
They look awesome.
But some people consider it kind of like almost like a unicorn ish like adventure bike.
Yeah,
because of the weight. Like it's good. It's lightweight. It's easier to ride off road than like a full size adventure bike. So KTM released basically the updated version of it. It is the KTM 690. It's got reworked engine, chassis, and some new tech added to it. It's still a dual sport, and it still has like the dual sport look to it.
Right.
But I feel like it's going to be just like the outgoing model. This is going to be the one that people will modify or just use as an adventure bike, especially if they're riding primarily off road.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So for the engine and the transmission, it's got a 692cc single cylinder LC4 engine. It's Euro 5 compliant, which doesn't really apply to us here, but it is the most powerful single cylinder engine on a road legal production bike that's currently available. 77.9 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and 54 pound-feet of torque, and it's or foot-pounds of torque. And I was like talking to Emerson about it on the ride. I'm just imagining like that cylinder is just one massive just rod moving up and down in there.
It's working. No, it is pretty cool. I like those. I love the little thumper sound that singles
just
make.
Boom, 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 a little tractor. It's got a simplified oil system to reduce internal drag, a 6-speed transmission with an optional quick shifter available. So if you wanted that, which I feel like would be actually pretty nice. Yeah. And it's got increased service intervals compared to the outgoing model. For the oil change, it's about 9,300 miles. And then for the valves, it's about 37,000 miles, which is up there with
that's like the multistrada
which is amazing. I feel like if any bike has a bigger or a longer valve clearance check is such a big benefit, because that's usually one of the more expensive services.
I was going to say, even 20,000 miles doesn't seem like enough, because I'm just like already like, I'm at 22,000 miles on my bike now. I have to get I just had the 20K one done. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh no, that's like 2,000 miles closer to having to pay for that again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at 18,000 miles and my next one's supposed to be at 24.
Oh yeah. It's getting close.
But I'm probably not even going to do it until it hits like 30,000 or something like that. Because I'm like, I don't think they're going to go out of spec.
Yeah, yours didn't last time, did it?
No, they were all in specs. I'm like, I'll just probably let it go a little longer.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing? I don't know. I guess I'll find out if the bike starts acting up, and I'll be like, well, maybe I should have done that.
Yeah, but mine needed a few adjustments when I did
remember
mine,
you mentioned
so I'll
that.
Probably just do it again at the 20,000.
Yeah, but I'm just like, it's such an expensive service, and I'm like, I don't want to pay for it like that soon already.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, so it's nice to see that 37,000 miles is a good bit.
Yeah.
Especially for an off-road bike, then, I feel like it's not going to like gain those miles as quick as maybe like a GS or a multistrada would, where people are going like hundreds of miles in the day on it, long stretches of like highway riding and stuff.
Imagine trying to cross like Nevada like we did on a...
I would not want to do it on this bike at all.
No, me either.
There's not much wind protection. There's not like a windscreen.
Yep.
It would be hot and much slower.
Just vibey.
Very
vibey.
So they are using ADB Pulse. This is where I got the information for it from. They did say they reached out to KTM and asked them if it had rubber in the engine mounts, and KTM told them that it did, to reduce the vibration from the engine. So that's kind of nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't know how much it would help or how much it reduces it, but I feel like even if it's a little bit, it would probably help out a lot.
No, for sure.
Some ergonomics, new twist grip for the throttle is with a reduced 65-degree turn angle for a quicker throttle response, and it's got adjustable brake and clutch levers and foot levers for the your like gear lever and your brake, your rear brake as well. So you can adjust those, which I feel like is pretty expected from a dual sport bike, and something that all of them should have. The tech is probably like where I saw the biggest.
I was reading, that there's a lot that they put onto this bike.
Yeah, and which I think is pretty cool. So it does have a new 4.2-inch bonded glass TFT that presents all the essential data you need, like speed, tachometer, gear, fuel level. It's got the KTM Connect integrated into it, so you can connect to your phone, so you can like control your music through your phone or get turn-by-turn directions on the TFT through your phone. Illuminated switch gear, which I think is kind of nice.
Yeah.
If you're
my bike has it. Well, most bikes have it now. But
if you end up riding in the night, USB charging port on the dash, so you can plug in your phone or GPS or whatever else.
USB-C charging port.
USB-C. Not just USB, but USB-C. So props to KTM for that.
Yeah.
Dedicated ABS off switch, which also makes sense for an off-road bike. And it's nice that they have a dedicated switch, because I feel like that's the one that will probably get used the most.
Yeah.
And the best thing is that ABS, it stays off after you turn off the bike and turn it back on, versus you having to like redo it again. And same for the riding modes that are available on this bike, which include street and off-road riding modes, and then the optional rally mode. And if you opt to get the rally mode, you get a few more features which are available on like the KTM 890 Adventure and like the big 1300 Adventure as well. And that is you can adjust the slip of the traction control in 9 different levels, which I think every off-road capable bike, if it does have traction control, or if it's in the upper price bracket, should have at this point.
Yeah, just a good, just flip it off.
Yeah.
Have the option to, and
not just turn it off.
Stay off.
Well,
right?
that.
Yeah.
But I meant for the traction control, like the adjustable level of it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I think all of them should have it, because it just seems like a nice feature where it's like, oh, I don't want too much traction control, because I want to be able to, like,
play a little bit with it. Yeah.
Make it a little bit more playful. But maybe there are situations where I do want it all the way up, so it does intervene a lot more.
Yeah.
But having that level of adjustability versus just being on and off is pretty sweet. The Multistrada does it. I think the Africa Twin does it. The Emerson's KTM 890 does it as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And now this 690 is doing it as well. And the other one that has, which I thought was interesting, was the dynamic slip adjust. And what that does is it can temporarily increase wheel slip in scenarios like deep mud or in a steep hill climb, and then return it to the original setting that you had it on. So if it detects you're spinning your wheel a lot more, there's a lot more going on, it will reduce that traction control to kind of give it, so you get that momentum.
Yeah.
So you keep up that momentum going uphill without it cutting power too much.
Yeah.
And then it's got motor slip regulation, which I think is their like engine braking, so you can adjust the amount of engine braking it has. And it has the cornering, traction control, and ABS, which can be fully disabled front and rear for off-road riding, and it stays off.
Yeah, so like I said, that's a lot of stuff, like tech that they've stuffed into the bike.
Yeah,
and then it's like a single cylinder enduro bike.
Yeah, which I think is
a dual sport, but it's like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think the other nice thing about having, like, especially the adjustable traction control. You can kind of like scale the bike as you get better at riding.
Right, yeah.
So you're just venturing off-road, you're trying to like figure out what to do, or kind of like getting better at it.
Or like even you can even just adjust the bike to the terrain you're on too.
Yeah.
You can like set it up to like be most beneficial for what you're ready for and everything. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That too. And if you're a newer rider, you can, have it more enabled, and as you feel more confident and get better, you can like lower it to a level that you're like, oh, I kind of want to push myself a little, push the bike a little and see what it can do.
Yeah.
Fully adjustable suspension with 48 millimeter forks up front and a pro level lever linkage in the rear. Front suspension travel got increased to 10.4 inches from 9.8. There is it does come with a center stand, which is very nice.
That's really nice.
And a big old bash plate for the engine.
If I can help it, I don't want to install another center stand.
No, it's just that spring. It's such a pain in the ass to do so. It is 335 pounds wet. It's got I made a typo there. It's a 3.5 gallon fuel tank. And about 54-ish miles per gallon estimated mileage, which I feel like some people probably don't care about gas mileage on the motorcycle, but I feel like if it's one of those where you're planning on like
going down
touring or adventuring on, it's still a good spec to mention. Yeah. Because it just means you can go further without filling up and be more efficient, or carry less gas for you on like extra gas on you, which is less weight. Seat height is 36.8 inches, so it is a tall boy.
Yeah,
very tall boy.
Very tall boy.
And like I said, KTM confirmed to ADS Pulse that there are rubber engine mounts to reduce vibration, and the price tag remains unchanged at $12,999.
And that's a lot
US.
of spec.
It's good spec. It's a good amount of power.
Yeah,
for the type of bike it is. So I think it's pretty clutch. I didn't see any mentions of cruise control.
I wouldn't
but
imagine.
It's an enduro bike.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that this would have cruise control on it.
So looking at all those specs, I remember a few months ago we talked about the KTM 390 Enduro and the 390 Adventure. I really wish KTM would release this bike in an adventure model. Yeah. Same engine, same like maybe like a bigger slightly bigger TFT just for the adventure,
or just make it
riding.
Let it add to the cool factor and just let it come with the rally tower.
Well, yeah, like the rally tower, or they could keep the same TFT but add like an analog gauge to it, just to like give it a little style.
Yeah.
The cool rally tower that they have on the 390 with like the stacked headlight and the taller windscreen and stuff, and just a bit more fairings, and maybe like half a gallon or a gallon bigger fuel tank. Of course, it will add to the weight of it. So, but I think this would be like, I feel like people would really like a 690 adventure bike in the similar way that they did the 390 adventure. It
seems like it'd be a good little like not midweight but like lightweight,
like still midweight,
still a lightweight again. And
we're kind of like, I feel like it's going to be kind of a trend because like middleweight adventure bikes are slowly creeping up in weight and engine size. Like we went from having like the BMW 800 to an 850 to a 900. Same with the Tiger 800 to now the Tiger 900. And the heavyweight adventure bikes are also creeping up. We went from
1200 to 1300,
1200 1300, 1290, 1390, and all of this stuff. And I feel like the middleweight adventure bike category is slowly creeping up into that like
they're getting full
size adventure, like weight and engine power. And now I feel like there's going to be like this kind of like need for an actual midweight adventure bike. That's why the Tenere is such a popular bike, is because like, and we see them a ton of them riding around. They're everywhere. And I got a chance to ride one not that long ago, and it was I really liked it. I was like, this is a good bike. It just needs cruise control. Like that's literally the only feature it's missing. And it's ride by wire, which doesn't make sense why it wouldn't have cruise control on an adventure bike. But it's way taller than it is taller than my bike or your bike. But it's so much lighter, and you noticeably feel that weight.
I need to ride one.
Like, I can see why people like taking these, especially off road. Is because they're just a lightweight bike. And
maybe the Tenere 2026 will have.
maybe we'll see.
Because it is just like it's just like a patch of code or software they could throw in
a button.
That's
so. And they could even make it simple and just make it like a button without even like the ability to like increase or decrease the speed.
Well, that's like my bike's not adjustable. It's just on or off. So just do that.
They can do something like that, and I feel like it would literally make it like 10 times better and more adventure ready.
I agree.
And then also with that kind of like light middleweight adventure category, there's been rumors. I don't think they fully announced it yet. There's like the BMW 400 like enduro bike that they're making, and it's kind of like similar in style to like their a lot of their like adventure bikes and stuff. But that would be kind of cool if that's also going to have like an enduro / adventure model, because I feel like that's something people would look into. 400 might be a little small for some people, but might be good enough for others.
Dude, I'm kind of liking the 250 and the 450 for the Triumph dirt bikes they're doing, like the enduro versions of. Like for their dirt bikes, dude, they're looking fun.
They look fun, and I don't know, but I'm hoping that, and if these manufacturers keep increasing the size and the weight of the middleweight adventure bikes, then it's like, well, where's the stopping point? Are they going to just keep creeping up like the KTM like 890 or the Triumph 900 to like 1000 cc higher, and then the big adventure bikes, are they going to creep up to like 15 or 800 cc? At that point, it's like it's just going to be heavier and heavier.
Yeah, like for the adventure part of it, though, like the off-road part of it, like, yeah, these dual sports are going to be way better performers off and so 100%. It's like, so as these bigger bikes get heavier and heavier, and now we're getting like this, like with this KTM, this new 690, like maybe that's going to be like, well, people are going to say like, well, this is clearly like the better bike for this situation.
And for off-roading, there's like 99% chance it will be. I mean, 100% chance it will be better off-road than any actual adventure bike.
Yeah, but it's like it won't be scope in terms of like how far you can go.
Yeah, it won't be as good for the actual like getting to the trail
or the creature comforts. And
like heated grips, cruise control, like all the little things.
Yeah,
like the adventure bikes still have that, but I don't want to see middleweight adventure bikes push into that 1000cc category, because at that point they're just gonna become heavy big adventure bikes.
Yeah,
at that point you might as well just jump up to a GS, because then you get even more creature comforts and everything will be
if you have
even
30,
more comfortable.
30 plus grand.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just kind of want them to stop.
Yeah.
It's like we don't need to make middleweight bikes heavier and more powerful.
Yeah.
Like the Tiger 900 is good where it is. Just make it more efficient if you can.
Or lighter
even. Versus like pushing the engine size in the next gen model. Same with the big adventure bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't push them into the category of like the gold one or something like that. Just make it super obnoxiously heavy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm sure there's clever engineers out there and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're clearly professionals in those fields.
100%. Yeah.
But
so I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty in the works, plenty of things they're experimenting on.
Yeah,
engine configurations and all that stuff too.
No, and I will say, like, with all the trouble,
powerful, more efficient wit adding more weight to it.
No, and I will say, like, for all the trouble and issues that KTM has been looking at recently, and just business wise, you know, it's good to see that they're still like doing stuff like this with the bike that already exists.
Yeah,
and is a good bike.
Yeah,
but now it's like here's some of those features that people who do go off like into deep wood adventures and all stuff, just to make their lives maybe a little bit easier. Yeah, a little easier, make it a better bike. You know,
and in general, like KTM has that off-road pedigree.
Yeah,
and they are crushing it. Even their adventure bikes, like the 890 and stuff, it has way more features for off-road ready riding than compared to like my Tiger, or the previous like F800 GS. And I do hope that Triumph brings some of those features to the next iteration of the Tiger 900, because seeing like what Emerson has on this KTM, seeing what BMW has on the new F900 GS, seeing what the Desert X has on it, like all the features allowing to really fine tune all the assists to your riding level.
Right. Yeah.
And seeing like my bike is missing all that, I'm just like, I kind of want to upgrade to a bike that has all those features.
I still need to like look at mine, because I have like a rider mode on my bike.
Yeah.
But because there's like off-road and off-road pro. Off-road pro is everything off.
Yeah.
But then like with rider mode, I can set that, which I still haven't done.
Yeah. But I don't know if it still has that.
I don't think it's adjustable for I don't think
it doesn't have that level. It's just more like on off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's how the Rally Pro is as well, which is kind of a bummer in my opinion. But I think I
would like I said, I just want to be able to walk into Eurosports with my bike, and it's like and the Triumph has like a patch or something that I can get, so that I don't have to keep resetting my riding mode.
It's so annoying.
Off-road if I turn the bike off.
Yeah, and also having to stop to change it to off-road mode. It's the most frustrating thing, because I'm like, okay, I hit pavement, I want to keep riding. I don't want to fully stop to switch it to off-road mode, or vice versa, getting off pavement into off-road. I'm like, why do I need to stop? Every other manufacturer figured out.
Yeah.
Why does my Triumph need to stop to change those settings? And it doesn't have as many things to customize.
Yeah.
Like, it's just different parameters for the modes. So I don't know. It's like dumb and frustrating. If I were to upgrade my Tiger right now, I wouldn't get. Or if I was shopping for a bike right now, knowing what I know now, I probably wouldn't get the Tiger, knowing there's like the F900, the 890, or the Desert X out there for roughly similar prices.
Yeah.
Or like the Husqvarna, the Norden 901, roughly for same prices, but they have all those more off-road ready features that allow you to change so many more parameters.
No,
if someone were to happen to my Tiger right now, I'd probably shop for the Norden.
Would you?
The 901.
Yeah. The Expedition.
Or probably the 901 Expedition for that beefy suspension.
Yeah, you still got to ride a Norden. You haven't ridden one yet, have you?
No, I haven't. Yeah. I actually did go and look at one because my local dealer had one for like 11 grand. Yeah. And it was brand new, and now it's down to like 10.5 grand. So it keeps lowering the prices. 2024 model year, and I was wondering if it was like because KTM had that like financial trouble and stuff. People were more weary about buying this, so they kept having to lower the prices on them. And I tried to go in and ride it, and I won't name the dealer on here, but they like
I remember this.
They didn't have it charged up. They couldn't find the key for it, so you couldn't even like look through the TFT or the features or like start up the bike, and they just didn't really seem
that was up here in your area.
Yeah, it was in my area. They just didn't really seem like super eager to like show me the bike.
Yeah,
the sales guy, I don't know if he was new or if they sell like side by sides and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah,
at this dealer, so I don't know if he was more like center on that and just kind of saw customer walking around. And I'm like, how do you not even know where the key for this is? Like
how do you expect it to leave the
well, that's the thing. I'm just like, how do you expect it to like show it to a potential buyer if it's not even like the battery's not charged, you can't even find the key for it.
Yeah. That was weird when you told me that.
I asked him if I could do like a quick test ride or something like that, just up and down the street, and they're like, oh, give us a call and we'll make sure it's like filled up and charged up for you to do that. And like, okay, like I never went back because I just kind of forgot about it and then didn't make the time to go back and look at it because I'm like, I don't know if I really want to spend money on a bike.
Yeah, I talked about it a little bit in the episode I did alone while you guys were out. I did get to ride the Norden, and I did enjoy it. Like I would like to go try it out again. And that was just like the regular one. I would be interested to see what that Expedition feels like.
Yeah, it's mainly that suspension on it. That's what so beefy.
Yeah, I want to see what that feels like.
And that's why I love, like, if I were to buy a new European bike other than KTM or Husqvarna, because Eurosports and Van and Sandy doesn't carry those.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to buy like a Desert X or the F900 GS, I would go down to Eurosport because they always have demo bikes.
Yeah.
And they're not stingy about letting you like take them out and use them.
Well, then you just get to learn so much just by riding the bike. Because then you're like, oh.
Because I would never buy a bike without riding it first.
No, never.
No, I'm not spending, $15,000 without knowing what it feels like to ride it. So I was just like, okay, like, are you trying to sell this to me or no?
Yeah, right. No, that's why I like it. Then, that Desert X, man. That
Desert X
Rally,
if I were to like sell my bike right now, that's probably what I would get.
Yeah.
Not the Desert X Rally, but just the regular Desert X. But it is a heavier bike than mine. It's heavier.
Yeah.
It's taller.
Go buy it. Go buy it.
I don't want to spend money right now.
just
go
buy it.
I got a car payment now.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have a car payment, honestly, I probably would, because I wouldn't even have to take out as long of a loan. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure my Tiger, I could get at least like maybe 8, 9, 10 grand out of it, depending on.
Maybe a little more. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't price it out. I don't even know how much it's worth. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I did go look at that Norden 901, because I'm like, it's $11,000. Yeah. If I can get it like 10 grand for my bike as trade-in, I'm like, yeah, I can pay $1,000 difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just own it outright.
Yeah.
So. But at the same time, it's not something that but then, if I get the new bike, then I'm going to have to buy new accessories for it. I'll probably have a new set of bark busters, beefier skid plate. I need new cargo racks. I can put my
then you need the helmet and jacket to match. No,
yeah. But like, I would need new luggage racks for my Moscow bags. That's another couple $100.
It's not just swapping out. You have so much more to get for it. And then if you just got that Norden, you're gonna want like the crash bars and the bash plate. And
luckily, it already comes with the bash plate.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it
doesn't come with crash bars.
It doesn't come with crash bars, but it's also like They're kind of like the BMWs. They don't really fall like too flat. Like Emerson, I don't think has crash bars on his, but it's also like a much slimmer, slimmer bike because of that low slung tank. So I don't know if I would worry too much about those, but it's something that I would still probably get just for the extra protection. Yeah, and it's just all those things. I'll be like, okay, so I bought the bike, but I'm probably going to spend another $1,000 on just accessorizing it,
at least, honestly,
a little bit like. all the stuff that I have for my Tiger now.
Yeah.
Like wider foot pegs. I would have to get
Yep.
like that as well. And it's just all this stuff. So
yeah. No, I understand where you're coming from. Is but like, the only difference for me is that I love my bike. Like if I was looking to buy an adventure bike now, like if I didn't have one, right?
Yeah.
Then no, my Scrambler is not the best not the best off-road machine, but it's still a capable off-road machine on its own.
Yeah.
It's just like all that tech and everything in there, and just like no, if I wanted to be like a dedicated adventure bike, that's not my bike.
Yeah.
I still love my bike, and I'm never getting rid of it because it's beautiful. But and it can't, like, I can do stuff. I've taken it off road.
Yeah, we've done
quite a bit.
We've done quite a bit. Yeah, both our bikes.
Yeah. So it's, yeah, so I get where you're coming from with it, but it would be nice to have like something dedicated, a little bit lighter for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I not the Desert X.
Yeah.
Because that's heavier. But it's dope looking. I would still buy
and it's
Desert
a lot
X
of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I really love the Desert X. It looks sick. It's a fun bike. That engine is awesome on it, and it does kick ass off road.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm not gonna buy a bike anytime soon.
Yeah, I hear you. So, no, I'm, like I said, with mine being at 22,000 miles now, it's just like, I gotta start doing like long-term care stuff. Like I gotta go down to the shop to get the O-rings to replace around my shifter, and then the sprocket. I got those wet spots coming in.
Yeah.
So just age and
it's
use.
Just, yeah, it's just one of those things you got to keep up on it.
Yep. So,
but I'm definitely going to keep my Tiger for at least a
good bike.
A few more years. Yeah. It's got good miles on it. I like it. I know it.
It sounds awesome.
I know it pretty well. But I probably wouldn't buy it at the moment. Knowing what I know now, I probably would not get the Tiger.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
If I was coming from a different bike to an adventure bike.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But we have one more bike on here, and it's a completely different bike than a 690 Enduro.
This is quite the opposite of an Enduro bike.
Yeah.
No, this is just we're just going to go over the Triumph Thruxton 400. Now, we've mentioned it before. If you know motorcycles, the Thruxton 1200.
Yeah.
Is they ended that line. You can only get like the final edition,
which I don't know if you can even get that anymore.
No, there's only like a certain number made.
Yeah.
So the Thruxton is a beautiful bike, probably like one of the more like iconic. Like when people see the Thruxton, they're like, "Oh, that's Triumph." You know, for at least their cafe racer modern look.
It's a beautiful looking bike.
Yeah. So it went away, but now they're with this new line of these single cylinder 400 engines. They've brought back, or they've named one of them the Thruxton. What they've done to it, it's just like, it looks like a modern classic with like some cafe racing and style.
Yeah, and they just have like kind of like that.
It's got like that bubble cockpit thing on it. Yeah. Well, on it has the same engine, the 398cc TR Triumph Racing Series, liquid cooled single cylinder. Capable of making 41.4 British horsepower at 9.
It's brake.
What?
Brake horsepower. BHP.
Did I say British?
Yeah, you said British
I did,
horsepower.
didn't I?
I think British horses are similar to American horses.
Yeah. They were. No, I was thinking of the styling thing, but no, sorry. So that one's at 9,000 RPM, capable of a max torque of 37 Newton meters at 7,500 RPM. A 6-speed gearbox, and I don't remember because we rode the Speed.
I think those are 6 as well.
Were they 6 as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got it up to those.
I took it on the freeway. So
did you?
I took not the Scrambler, the Street,
the Speed,
Street 400, whatever one.
Yeah,
the non-Scrambler. I took it on the
400.
I took it on the freeway, and boy, do I not want to ride a small engine bike on the freeway.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Oh yeah. I was just like, I'm maxing out here.
Actually, this week it was one of the weeks I had to go into the office. But I was driving to work, and I saw on the freeway a Rebel 500.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, oh, I remember that.
Yep, I remember riding my CB500X on the freeway and just feeling like, wow, I am maxed out.
Yeah, it's like,
there's nothing more I can give.
Yep.
And staying up at like 75, 80 miles an hour was rough.
And you're like really, you're already like
pretty much, yeah. And it's like near red line just the whole time.
Yeah. So and it is a smaller bike. But with this one too, that makes the Thruxton 400 different from the other 400s is that they've tuned the engine for higher revs, and they've also put in a newer camshaft to give it more. So they can rev higher and like respond at higher revs and everything from there too. Again, small bike, but that's what they were going for.
Yeah.
So, the bike itself weighs 403 pounds with a seat height of 31.3 inches. So not
too bad.
Very approachable.
Yeah.
For all heights, I get. Well, all heights that aren't tall.
Yeah. I did feel really cramped when I tried the Speed 400 on it.
Yep. Features and the technology with this one, it is a ride-by-wire with a slip assist clutch, LED lighting, switchable ABS, and traction control. Same display as the Speed 400 and the Scrambler 400, including that built-in USB-C port.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that's
a plus.
Yeah, I never got a chance to ride the Scrambler 400, but I did ride the Speed 400.
Yeah.
And honestly, for like a starter bike, not bad at all.
Not at all, honestly.
No. I even liked like the kind of like analog / LCD little like instrument cluster that they had on there. The styling is pretty decent.
Yeah,
on the,
it's all right.
On the Street 400. And it doesn't feel like super cheap compared to some other like
other ones in that like, price point.
In that price point.
Yeah.
So I really liked it, but the Thruxton, like, we both had complaints about the looks.
Yeah, so I was going to get to that part. And by the way, this bike is not currently available in the U.S. There's stuff pushing around the internet that they're going to release it in the U.S. and like that's just giving like everyone's just kind of expecting it to be below $6,000.
Okay,
so it's pretty up there, like with the Scrambler and the Speed.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
But yeah, I do have some issues.
The looks. It just does not look good for a Thruxton name. Like yeah, and I feel like the Thruxton was such an iconic name that it's like I get what they're going for. It's like it is a name Triumph owns in their motorcycle lineup. It's like same thing with the Daytona 660 that they release now versus like, you know, the older 765 or whichever one they had. I don't remember the exact.
Look at us. We are those like older number. Stuff looks better.
Yeah. But it's like different, small engine that's just using kind of like banking on that name to drive sales.
For me, it was like, you look at the bike and like the Thruxton has a lot of rounded edges, right?
Yeah.
And then this bike, it's very square in the body frame. Even like the exhaust, like the header pipe, it just comes down and it's at rough angles.
Yeah.
But then it shoots up to like the nose and the cockpit, and on the top it is nice and slender and like curved and into like this nice little bow.
Yeah.
And that's the original. That's a normal Thruxton.
Is that the normal one?
Yeah. If you didn't. Yeah, but on this new one, it's instead of it being completely rounded, like the bottom of like that bubble bit is flat, and tucked, and it just doesn't look. I don't know. It makes that front end look less part of the bike to me.
Yeah, it just looks like it's kind of like slapped on there.
But then like on the older Thruxtons, like where the whole thing would like come around and cover the entire light, and it just looks good. Like, so that was my issue. But right now where it is, like especially over like in the India market and stuff, like this is a pretty popular bike, I'm sure.
It's
like it makes sense, especially like if that's like if you're maybe you live somewhere where big bikes are not a thing.
Yeah.
And
it just feels like this whole like front end here bit just seems like there's a lot of empty space that was not like filled in.
Yeah.
On it just seems like the whole front end is just kind of floating there.
Yeah. Oh,
above those, right over those shocks.
This comes with a handlebar instead of the clip-on.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know. I saw some pictures like when I was looking it up and just like, it just doesn't look quite right.
Yeah.
It is still a semi-aggressive seating position.
Okay.
Not semi, but you are going to be down and over your tank more on it. So, but what I will say about it after reading up on it is like, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the looks of it, but what you're getting an engine that's tuned for the model, with that newer camshaft in there. So, you know, they made some adjustments to it. So, but I'll give them that. I'm not the biggest fan of
I think from the
appeal.
front, it looks better than it does from the profile.
Yeah. No, that helps.
Those Mickey Mouse,
the bar ends
mirrors. Yeah. But I think from the front, it looks a little bit better than it does from the profile. The profile just feels like there's something missing. Yeah. Especially in the front there. But I think for the price and the market, whether they bring it to the US or not, that's still questionable. But for the market that it's at, I feel like it probably will.
It's going to do well. Good. Yeah. Yeah. So, cause like other bikes you can get in that size that you can get, you know, it is one of the stylisher ones. Yeah. If however I want to say that, but yeah. I don't know. I see these bikes and some of the choices they made with these ones. And yeah, they are they cost less to make. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But I'm just really hoping that we don't see any of the slipping on the styling for the Bonnevilles or
Honestly, I don't think they should ever redesign the Bonneville. I think they just need to leave it the way it is and just keep throwing new colors at it.
Make little tweaks here and there as you need to for what's in style and stuff. But the body and the bike itself, leave it alone.
Just leave it be. Yeah. Even though Emerson and I were talking about this yesterday while riding, I feel like Triumph is always on such long production schedules. Yeah. The last Tiger lasted for 10 years before they did the full refresh, and I'm expecting to see the same with the current one. Yeah. I think it's roughly 10 years, but still a pretty decent amount of time. Yeah. So I'm hoping but the Bonneville, especially the T120 and T100, kind of looked very similar
all the time
for the past 20 years. I kind of hope they just leave that one be.
They have something good. Yeah.
Do not ever remove the dual dials.
Never.
That thing. I will riot. Yeah. It's too good looking of a bike. It's too iconic, and it looks and feels classic. Yeah. With a modern-ish engine, liquid-cooled engine versus just being air-cooled.
No, I mean, if going after the market that these bikes are made for is going to if it's going to do well for Triumph, then good, as long as they don't cut the quality on their big machines.
The bigger bikes.
You know, yeah. So
I've already seen some
well, again, just these guys, the bikes, Triumph makes good looking bikes in my opinion. Yeah. But I wouldn't want to see that get hurt. Yeah. You know,
and we've already been kind of critical of their recent design choices with
the Speed Twin,
with that weird
I don't want
off-centered TFT, and just removing the dials, to going away with a Thruxton that had the classic chrome dials that you see on the T120, and just all of that stuff. I'm just leave that. People like that stuff. Yeah. At least we do. And the modern screens and TFCs just don't
Maybe
feel
we're
quite
just the minority. All the forums and stuff we're on, and people complaining about the same things. It's just but these bikes look beautiful. What are you doing? Yeah. You know. But then
some classic bikes should remain with that classic look.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Yeah. So, but that was the two bikes. That's about it. Yeah. So,
good chat.
I think so. Sorry guys, it's been a little light. We've been light. The podcast has had light output lately. So
we did do Emerson's interview last week.
Yeah, we did do that. Yeah,
that was a pretty good.
It was just oh, here's some stuff. We had to take a break. Yeah, guest.
Summer is can be a busy time. But anyways, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you have topic ideas for us to discuss, something that we haven't covered, or something that we should either cover again or elaborate more on, I don't know. Yeah. Feel free to shoot us an email or a DM on Instagram. And
honestly, at this point, a DM on Instagram might be better.
It might be better. Yeah. We're much better about checking that than the email. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you in the next episode.
We'll see ya.